Hi FlossTube, I'm Annie and I'm the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode number 46. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch, a little bit of quilting, and hopefully give you some inspiration to fully finish your cross stitch pieces. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, for your continued support, for your wonderful comments. I am truly honored and humbled by all of you who send me messages, leave me comments. You all are so wonderful. I realize that you have so many choices and so many options to spend your time on FlossTube, and I am so thankful that you continue to come to my channel. So welcome back. I apologize for being filming late this week. I just needed a few days to recover from my trip. Not only did I get home very late Sunday night, I think it was about 12:30 in the morning, but I had a lot of work to make up on, a lot of makeup work to do with my actual work, day job. So, you go out of town and it's like you have to pay for the time away. So it's good to be home, but it's also a lot of catching up to do. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about the week. Let's talk about last week, and hopefully be able to show you everything I wanted to show you today. As you know, I did go to Michigan last week. I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I can't believe that was this week, and I can't believe it's already Saturday. So Monday was Valentine's Day. I still have my Valentine's Day decorations up. Those will stay up until the end of February, and then I'll change everything out to spring. I do not decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but I do decorate for spring. So for now, I'm going to leave Valentine's up just a little bit longer. So I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for all your comments about your favorite treats and what you like to snack on, or what your favorite desserts or candy is for Valentine's Day. So I hope you all had a wonderful day. So last week I was in Michigan. I filmed from Southern Michigan last week at the inn that I was staying in. And so I want to make some clarifications. First, I did fly into Detroit, and I did take my daughter to the campus where she will be staying. She will be attending a very small liberal arts college in Southern Michigan. She will not be attending the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, but I did stay the night in Ann Arbor. So I wanted to clarify that. Ann Arbor is a fantastic little city. I guess it's not little, but it was so much fun to stay there. And I know that we will be back because it's only an hour and a half away from where she will be attending school, and it's close to Detroit. So it's easy to fly into Detroit and probably stay the night in Ann Arbor. But I was able to stay by myself in Ann Arbor that night, and it was a lot of fun, and I was extremely tired, and it was fun to stay downtown. I was able to see the campus of the University of Michigan, and I can see why so many people have so many wonderful things to say about it. It is a charming area around the campus, and lots of restaurants, lots of things to do. I had a good time in my hotel. Just it was relaxing. I was able to eat what I wanted to eat. I did have to do some work in my hotel room, but it was fine. And then the next morning, which was Friday, I woke up and drove to Kalamazoo, Michigan, which Ann Arbor is on this side of the state, which is, well, I guess if I should probably get used to doing the mitten thing. That's what everybody does. But Ann Arbor is on the eastern side by Detroit. Kalamazoo's on the western side. So I drove across the state, southern part of the state, and visited with Judy Whitman from JBW Designs. And that was quite the treat. And I kind of briefly gave y'all an update of my day with her, and I wanted to go a little bit more in detail with my time I spent with her. I feel like I rushed through it. So I met Judy on Friday in Kalamazoo. She had a full day planned for us, and I just had the best time. We went to her cross stitch store, and it's called Stitching Bits and Bobs, and it is in Plainville, Michigan. And they had a wonderful selection of floss and fabric and patterns, and from what I understand, they are wonderful for mailing things out to you. So if that could be another shop to add to your list of places to call if you are looking for some items that you cannot find. So that was fun. We went to eat lunch in the same little area at this place called, I think it was called Dog and Bank, or Bank and Dog. And it was an old bank building that was converted into this charming little restaurant. and we just had the best lunch. It was so much fun. It was like I just meeting an old friend. I could not tell that this was the first time that I was meeting Judy. I felt like we just knew each other very well. We have a lot of things in common, and I just enjoyed just talking to her and spending the day with her and picking her brain and knowing a little bit more about her and her family. We left there and then we went to her house. And so I was able to see her office, which is like a bonus room in the upstairs of her home, and it's huge. And so I got to see all of her books. I got to like books on her bookshelves, where she gets her inspiration, all of her antique samplers that she has on the walls, all of her projects that she's working on, all of her future projects that she's working on, all of her previous booklets, everything. It was just like, and she just was so cute. She said when I was looking in her closet, she has all these patterns. I guess if you fill orders, or when she goes to fill orders from her website, she goes to her closet and she pulls from the closet and fills those orders. And she said, you're looking at my life in this closet. And it was so organized, of course, but it was a neat way of looking at it, because I felt so special to be there and to see all of these things. I just love Judy. I love her designs. I think she's extremely talented, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the things that she has coming out in market this next few weeks. I think she started showing photos of those on her Instagram page and Facebook page. So go and check out her upcoming releases for market. Absolutely beautiful. I saw them in person, and I cannot wait to get those patterns and to start stitching them. So thank you, Judy, from the bottom of my heart. It was the best day. After we left there, we went to a antique store, and that ended our day. So it was just such a treat to spend the day with her, and I look forward to many more days and time so that I get to see her, because she lives about an hour and 15 minutes from where my daughter will be going to school. So Judy, I hope you don't mind me knocking on your door again sometime soon. So thank you again for that. So let's get back to what's been going on with me this week. So as I said, Monday was Valentine's Day. I got home late Sunday night. We honestly, I didn't know if we were going to be able to leave Detroit. It was snowing and snowing and snowing, and our flight was at 8:30. And it's a direct flight to Knoxville, which is wonderful, because that's going to make it so much easier for me to go and see my daughter. But it was snowing, and it was snowing. And I know all of you in the north are used to that. But when you see the snow coming down as heavy as it was, I just wondered if we were going to be able to fly out. So, but we were able to fly out, but it was delayed and delayed and delayed. So we got home about 12:30. Very long day, very long night. And Monday was a very, very hard day to wake up. So we were very tired, but what a wonderful trip. Gray, my daughter's name is Gray. She had a wonderful time just getting to know some people she'll be going to school with, and attending some of their events that she would not be able to attend unless you were a student. She had a special invitation to go to those this past week. So then we got home and we had to get her ready to go to New York. She left for New York on Thursday with a school trip. So it was a very busy week between that, my work, getting her ready for going out of town again. My husband's birthday was Wednesday. Thank you all so much for your birthday wishes to him on Instagram and on Facebook. I appreciate that. And he did too. He got to read all of those. So it's just been a really busy week. So that's why I'm coming to you a little bit later. Okay, let me make sure I'm not forgetting to tell you anything about my trip. Nope, that's everything. So let's jump into what I have going on with my cross stitch. It's only 9 minutes into the video, and I haven't mentioned one thing about what I've been stitching. As you can imagine, I did not get a lot stitched this week, but I do have one exciting finish, and I have not shared it with you yet. I haven't made a post about it, but I have been stitching Indigo Lane, and this is a pattern from Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, and I finished it this week. So Indigo Lane has been one of my favorites for a long time. I've been wanting to stitch this, and my mother-in-law passed away on December 29th, and I wanted to stitch something in her honor and in her memory. And so I laid out 3 patterns for Matthew and the children to pick from for me to stitch in my mother-in-law's honor. And this is what they all picked, Indigo Lane. So I finished it, and here it is. It is beautiful, and it's not very big. So here it is. This is Indigo Lane by Brenda Gervais. And I'm going to kind of hold it out, let you see it. And then I'll go in a little bit so you can see it up close. It's very beautiful. I absolutely love this piece. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So I started this, like I said, on December 29th. Celeste with Celeste Creates said that she was so sweet. She said, I cannot be there with you. I wish I could. Let me stitch this with you. And that'll be like me being with you while you're going through this process with, you know, with funeral arrangements and all of those sorts of things. So that was very sweet. So Celeste stitched this with me, and we finished it on the same day, which is funny. So I stitched this on 32 count country Mocha. So you've heard me talk about vintage country Mocha. Vintage country Mocha has the modeling on it. This does not. So this is just country Mocha. So I used 32 count, used all of the called for colors, and I stitched 2 strands of floss over 2 threads. So here it is again. And I just love the shades of blue and gray and the variegated colors of the blue and the gray. Now this down here is corn husk, which is like a limey green. And I talked about it one time that I thought I would change it, and I'm so glad I didn't. It looks amazing with these colors. And oddly enough, it was one of my mother-in-law's favorite colors. She was a redhead, and she wore a lot of colors like this. So beautiful, beautiful colors. I want to tell you the colors that are in there. Here they are right here. These are the Floss Colors. And they are a blend of DMC's, Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, and Gentle Arts. So it has a lot of color in it, but it makes a big difference. So I won't list all the colors because there's so many, but here they are right here. They're a little tangled. They're a little messy, but here are all the colors. And you can see all of those blues. Like this dark blue here is a Weeks color, and it is Deep Sea, I believe. Yes, that's Deep Sea. And they are so pretty. So pretty together. I will have this piece framed. One thing I noticed, and I've never really paid attention to it before, the house is stitched in DMC, so it is not variegated, but the roof is variegated. So I love how those two, it helps that roof, and it gives everything a little bit more dimension to have the variegated roof on top of the solid house. It's really pretty. I just can't say enough about how much I love this piece, and I cannot wait to frame it. Now, I want to take this time to address a question that I got from a viewer. I think her name is Josie, Jocee, and she asked it today or yesterday about variegated floss and how I use it. I'll show another piece in a moment that I'm stitching. But if it is a roof or a house, whatever direction you want to use that variegated line, just keep it within that one motif or that pattern. So for instance, for this, I kept it going left to right for the roof and for this up here. Everything I did was left to right. Now, sometimes you can go up and down if you want the lines to go up and down. And that looks really nice on dresses or even on a house. You can do up and down, but for roofs I like to go left to right. And she was confused if I meant, when I said that, do I do one half the X, do a row and then go back and do the other row? And no, when you're using variegated floss, you use the you complete each stitch as you go through it. So you do one X and then move on to the next X. So that is my finish. And I love this piece. I'm going to take it to the framer this week. Somebody told me that Michael's is having 70% off of their framing, but I've never taken anything to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anywhere like that to have framed. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, but this is a beautiful piece and I am so excited to have it finished. And you know what that means? It means that I now have an empty bag to fill with another whip, you know, because I don't have enough whips. And speaking of whips, I am not going to show you all of my whips right now. I'm only going to show you what I have been working on this week because I did not get a lot of stitching time in and I don't want to bring out things that I didn't work on. I'll save those for next week. So, but I am really excited. When I started, I told y'all this before, when I start getting close to a finish, I can't stop working on that piece. And so I finished this about 12:30 in the morning 2 nights ago. So I just couldn't help it. I just had to get it finished. And it was so funny because I texted Celeste and I said, I finished it. And she said, so did I. We finished it on the same day. And I thought that was funny. It's fun to have a stitching buddy. And, you know, that was such an easy one to stitch along with. So my other stitch along I am working on right now, and I left it in my Q-snaps just because I have it exactly where I want it and I didn't want to move it. But I worked a little bit, very little bit, on my flea market baskets. And this is a stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop. And it is a wonderful stitch along that is a 12-month stitch along. You can start, finish anytime you want. Some people are already finished, which I find insane. I wish I could do something like that. Just start and finish something this size in no time. But so pretty. I just love these colors. So this is Flea Market Baskets. It's So Emma, which is by Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. And here is my progress, or my little bitty addition for this week. I just did these 2 little stars right here, or flowers. So that is it. And I am stitching this on 25 count Lugana Cloud, which is a great fabric. It's just a good white. I started this one on January 16th. So I am using all the called for DMC floss, and I am stitching this 2 strands of floss over 2. And a lot of you have asked me about these magnets, and I got them on Amazon. I'll list them below, but they're really, I think they're more of the cord ties for your electronics. But a lot of people and a lot of stitchers use them on their stitching to kind of keep the fabric out of the way. I have recently started using Q-snaps. They are very new to me. And I found that when I'm stitching something bigger, it's easier for me to stitch and make progress. So I have 2 sizes and I have them both here to show you today. So this is the bigger one that I have. You can also take it apart and use it with the smaller one, and you can make a rectangular size or make it a bigger size. But this is a good size for me and for this project since it's such a big piece. So this is Flea Market Baskets. This is one that you can pick up anytime and start, and I'll link it below. You can go to Fat Quarter Shop and get all of the supplies for it. Get the whole kit. So, you ready to see this one? I love this. I wish I'd made more progress and had it finished before Valentine's Day. But this is JBW Designs Alphabet Hearts. And here's what it looks like completed. So, here is my progress. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry about that. I was having some difficulty with my light. It kept flashing. I was like, what's going on? Anyway, so I am back. So this is JBW's Alphabet Hearts. And I did not get a lot of progress on this, but I did get a little bit. I was able to work on this little bitty vine here and a little bit of this motif down here. And I love this fabric. This is the first time I have used it. This is Fabric Flare Neutral Parisian Stripes. So I just love how when you stitch on it, it just looks so good. I love that. This is a blend of colors that I'm using. And someone asked me, what am I using? I will definitely share with you all my, when I finish this, every color change that I made. And the only reason I made color changes is because I did not have all the called for colors. So I'll list it all below. But these are the colors that I'm using. I am using Rosy Glow by Classic Color Works, which is a soft pale pink. Let me turn it this way. It's a very soft pale pink. I am using Strawberry Parfait, which is like a hot pink. Secondhand Rose, which is like a medium pink. Little Sprout, which is kind of a medium green. Dandelion Stem, which is a lime light green. And a DMC color number 3346, which is like my darker green. So those are my color changes for now, and I'll link all of that. But, and again, I love the colors that Judy picked. I just didn't have them all. So I substituted when I needed to do that. So I hope to have this finished. I think I'm going to leave it out year round. If you are looking for this, she has the Christmas trees ABC alphabets and the the Great Pumpkin alphabet. So these little patterns are wonderful, but this is it when it's finished. So much fun. I just didn't get as much time to stitch on it. Actually, I did stitch a little bit more on it, but I had to rip some of it out. I made some mistakes. So I have one more whip to show you for this week. And this was for my Tomato Tuesday. So as you know, on Tuesdays, I stitch what's called Tomato Tuesday. And I use the hashtag Tomato Tuesday. I haven't posted it in a while. I need to do that. I need to add my post. But this is what I'm stitching. This is Queen of the Needle by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And this is an example of left to right also with the dress. You can go up and down with it, but I just decided on this one to go left and right. Let me find my information. So I am stitching this on 32 count purled barley. And here's my progress. And I left this in the small Q snap, so you can see the small Q snap. But here's my progress. And I am almost done with her dress. And I'm going left to right with that. And I just love how with the variegation, it looks so pretty. My friend Kay just stitched this, and she stitched the dress in yellow. She chose, I think it's Queen Bee by Classic Color Works, which is a beautiful shade of yellow. And I believe she went up and down with hers. So I think it's just personal preference. So again, this is Queen of the Needle by Brenda Gervais. I will finish this into a pillow probably. And I love that rickrack that she used. And I am using all of the called for colors. So here they are. And here's the blue. I was stitching on this last night. I have not put it back on the card. But here are all the colors. So pretty. And I just love this red. I've said it so many times for a tomato. This is chili pepper. Such a pretty red. This blue, which is my new favorite, one of my favorite blues. I don't want to say my new favorite, but it's one of my favorite blues, is, oh, what is this blue? I don't want to tell you wrong. The blue is Jaybird, and it's really pretty. Jaybird is a Weeks color, Weeks Dye Works. So there it is. So, so pretty. So I hope to have this one finished soon. I think once I get her dress done, the rest will go pretty fast. Let me find the picture. I'm so unorganized today. Yeah, her dress is pretty much what takes the longest. The rest of it will be words and the scissors. You know, I think it'll go faster once I finish once I finish the Queen. I think it'll go a little bit faster. All right, let's move. That's all of my whips that I had this week. I hope to get caught up on all of my stitching this week and at least pay some attention to some of my whips that I've neglected. It's just been crazy. I know everybody's busy, and now we're going into spring, and oh, and I didn't tell y'all, we're getting our house ready to go on the market. So we are downsizing. I think we're going to end up building a house, but we have to sell this house first. So I'm busy getting my house ready to go on the market. So don't be surprised if I don't get a whole lot done over the next week or two of stitching. But I have to stitch a little bit because it does help relax me. So keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we get the house ready to go on the market. It's a lot of work. We've been here for 20 years. So it'll be fun, our next adventure, but still, it's a lot of work. Okay, so let's go into my haul and my gifts. So I did get some things in the mail, and I did get some gifts, and I did get some haul, and I haven't shared those with y'all in a few weeks. Where to begin? So this is all not going to be in any particular order because I just have a big old pile of it. Oh, one thing I did want to clarify, and thank you to the viewer who brought this to my attention. I think I realized this at the same time I was getting the email. I don't know if y'all remember, I was telling you I was getting these thread packs from Fat Quarter Shop. I joined their monthly club. Well, these are for sewing on your sewing machine. They are not for stitching. The Aurifil floss is for stitching, which they have the white tops. These are the orange. So it dawned on me around the same time I got the email. I had already canceled my subscription, and I switched my monthly subscription to MPI silks. So I'm going to start getting a monthly packet of MPI silks. You can do those thread subscription clubs from Fat Quarter Shop, and a lot of other companies do it too. I think Color and Cotton does. So many other shops do it, and you just get a nice package of floss every month, and it's a good way to build up your stash. And I don't have a very large silk stash, so I'm excited to get those in the mail. So hopefully I didn't mess anyone up. Hopefully nobody bought these thinking that they were for your cross stitching, but they are great for finishing. And I do quilts, so these will go in good use. But if you've purchased these and you thought they were for cross stitch, you can probably send them back to the Fat Quarter Shop. I'm sure they'll take them back. But thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I'm glad I only had 2 months in and not several months in before that realization came to be. So I wanted to let y'all know that before I forgot. I did order some things from Hobby House and Needleworks, and they are in New York. And what I would think, I was on Facebook one day and I saw, or maybe it was Instagram, I don't know. I was on one of the enabling sites and I saw some things that I just had to have. So I love Hello from Liz Matthews. And have y'all been following the market releases for all the designers? You can go on a lot of local needlework stores are starting to make their posts, and online shops. They're making posts of all of the upcoming market releases, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee, which is outside Nashville. And so many amazing designs are coming our way soon. I cannot wait. Hello from Liz Matthews, Kathy Barrick. I watched them this morning. They are two of my favorites, and I cannot wait to get their new designs. JBW Designs, of course, she has a lot of beautiful things coming out. Plum Street Samplers, Brenda Gervais, all of these designers. It's just like every year they just keep getting bigger and better, and I cannot wait to get their new releases. But I was on Hobby House Needleworks site, and I ordered a Hello from Liz Matthews pattern. So this is called Be Kind, Be True. And I love everything that Liz Matthews does. So that's beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm wanting to do more bumblebee and beescape type designs for my shelves. So I'm hoping I can get some done for this summer. This is from Heartstring Samplery. I also got from them. This is Honeybee Pin Drum. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it into a pin drum, but I think that's so pretty. I think I'm just going to do that one motif and leave it like that. Down here is the back of the pin drum, and the top and the bottom, or maybe that's the bottom and that's the top. But I love the blue with that bumblebee. So that is Heartstring Samplery Honeybee Pin Drum. And I got some fabric from them, and I haven't even opened this yet. I came home from my trip and had a surprise of things waiting for me. This is 32 count antique white linen. It's a fat quarter, and it's a Zweigart. And so it's just a good old piece of white Zweigart, antique white. So this will be great. Still trying to build up my linen stash. And then I got another, this is a fat 1/8. This is Fiber on a Whim, 40 count milk and honey. And I don't even know what this looks like. Sorry for the bag sound. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, so this is milk and honey, which is a beautiful, beautiful color. I love that color. It's very pretty. And it feels good too. So this is a 40 count piece. So those are good to have. Okay, what else did I get? I got, now I cannot remember where I ordered these from, but these are some JBW designs. I believe I got these from 123 Stitch. This is Rabbits in the Round. So cute. I mean, you know, beautiful, all those bunnies. And then this is French Country Bunny. And Love in the Round. I just love her round series, and she told me how she finishes things in the round. When we were in person, she showed me what she does. So hopefully I can figure that out. If not, Judy, we're going to do some FaceTiming. Then I got carrot cake from, this I got from Fat Quarter Shop. This is carrot cake from Stitching with the Housewives. And that's a cute recipe. This is part of their recipe series, a recipe box collection. So that, I just loved all of the blue on that one with the bunny rabbits and the mixing bowls. And then I ordered a 32 count Belfast linen. This is in antique white as well. And this I got from Hobby House as well. This is the Gilded Cage from Carriage House Samplings. And I like that so much. Then I got from Fox and Rabbit. I went on their website and I ordered their, this is a Plum Street Samplers exclusive pattern for Fox and Rabbit. And this is Spring Moon. And y'all know why I like this so much with all that blue and the beehive. I just think that is beautiful. I absolutely love that. And that framing is perfect. But this is Spring Moon. Only can be purchased from Fox and Rabbit. They are in Australia. I opted just to get the pattern and not the kit. I think they were out of all of the supplies for the pattern, for the kit. So I just got the pattern and I'll kit it up later. But that is beautiful. And look in the grass. Oh, sorry, I already put it back in the bag. But in the grass, the tulips, it's just so pretty. So pretty. I have been wanting this book for the longest time. This is the Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book. This is from Brenda Keys. And I ordered this from the Silver Needle. Oh, excuse me, Shepherd's Needle. Or did I get it from Silver Needle? Either got it from Silver Needle. Oh, it says right here. I got it from the Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And of course, they ship very fast. I ordered it and I had it within a few days. So this is a book I've been wanting a long time. And in this book, I can't show you because it's all patterns. Any motif that you want to design or have is in this book. Everything from the bicycle to the bumblebee to, there's a section for houses, a section for trees and flowers and berries and, you know, just, and it's all in things like this. It's just a great source book. If you're wanting to do a quick little pin keep or a gift for someone, this is a great little book. So I'm excited to have that. It's been out for a while and I'm late to the party. But that's okay. While I was shopping in Michigan, I went to an antique store. There's this area in southern Michigan and they have so many antique stores. And I went there one of the days when I was by myself and I found in their case these 12 Days of Christmas ornaments that somebody had left behind. And they're just the 12 Days of Christmas stitched on Aida, but I think I paid $8 for all of these, maybe $10. And I was just so excited. They're just the right size to do little fillers for your tree. But, you know, they're on these gold, you remember the gold ornament hoops, or the gold ornaments that you could get from Michael's. And oh, this one came apart. I'll probably have to fix it. They repair it in some way. They glued it down right on the cardboard, so there's really not a lot I can do. But I will maybe do a piece of felt behind it, just some way to protect it a little bit. But all of these, I just was so excited, and glad that I'm able to give it a new home. That is so much fun when you find old stitch pieces in an antique store, and you just bring it home and give it a new home. So I have plenty of those. There's plenty more in here. The whole set, all 12 pieces. I don't even know what design this was. It looks very new. It's probably stitched in the 90s. But I was excited to get them because I just like saving things like that. So keep your eye out when you're in cross stitch stores. You never know what, antique stores, you never know what you're going to find. When I was with Judy, she's quite the enabler. She showed me these puzzles that, this puzzle company, we were in this shop, and they had all these different themes. This is Cavallini and Company puzzles. And this is vintage sewing. So this is the sewing circle, sewing vintage puzzle. And I think this is what it looks like when it's done. So I am going to one day put this puzzle together. I do puzzles. That started during COVID. I used to put puzzles together with my grandfather. When I was little, he loved to do puzzles, and we would just spend hours and hours doing puzzles. And during COVID, right at the beginning of COVID, I ordered a lot of puzzles online, and fortunately I was able to get them before things started slowing down. And I have a big tray. It's a puzzle tray, and I usually have a puzzle going at some point, and I thought this would be so much fun to put together and maybe frame. You know how they used to frame puzzles, and I can hang it in my sewing room. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is so cute. I love it. Thanks, Judy. And I love this box. Isn't that adorable? But they had so many things, so many different designs of this company. But that was fun. That was fun to get. And it was fun to carry home on an airplane. My daughter and I had to get another suitcase to bring home things. Between the things she found while she was away and the things I got, we just went to TJ Maxx and we bought another piece of luggage and filled it with things like puzzles and books and clothes that she found. She went thrifting. Do y'all know that's something that college and teenage girls like to do? They love to go thrifting, and I find that so funny. But she went thrifting on one of the days that she was away, and they found a lot of fun things. And so I had to buy luggage so she can bring home clothes that she thrifted, and I thought that was the funniest thing. But we needed more luggage, so excuse me. This book Judy shared with me. She gave this to me. This is samplers from the Victoria and Albert Museum. She went to London with her daughter and her family over Christmas, and she spent one day in the Victoria and Albert Museum, and she bought this book. And she brought it home, and she realized that she already owned this book. So she gave me this copy, and this is a beautiful book of the collection of samplers in the Victoria and Albert Museum. And I just cannot wait to go through page by page and read it. I read a little, I flipped through some of it while I was in the hotel, or in my bed and breakfast that I was staying in. But it is beautiful. It is a beautiful book. Thank you so much, Judy, for that. So that is all my haul. The rest I have to show you are gifts, and then we'll go into our giveaways. So let me pick up this box. So, and again, I'm sorry I did not mention this last week. Some of these things were waiting on me when I got home. So one very, very sweet special gift that I want to share with y'all. And y'all have heard me talk about the Bougie Stitchers before. They are Jenny and Nancy, and they are sisters. And they have their own FlossTube channel. And I just love watching them. They live in Wyoming. They're a lot of fun to watch. I love their relationship. And they are just just sweet members in our FlossTube community. I do get to meet them at StitchCon. I'm so excited about that. StitchCon is a cross-stitching retreat convention in Cincinnati, Ohio that is in June. And there are 2 different sessions, and I'm going to session A, which is the first weekend. And so are a lot of other FlossTubers, and I'm excited to meet them. So they sent me a sweet little box of goodies. So first of all, they sent me this hysterical card of these 2 Western women, and they wrote the sweetest note. They said, thank you so much for being such a mentor in this adventure of Nancy and mine. We loved our package and cherished the angels. So I sent them a little gift. So this is from Jenny and Nancy. And she said, P.S. I did not have a purpose for this piece when I stitched it in December. Last week it spoke to me to send it to you. We are sorry for the loss of your mother-in-law and glad you took the time to be with family. So let me show you what they stitched for me, or what Jenny stitched for me. I believe Jenny did. This beautiful cardinal, and it's on this beautiful ribbon. And I just love it so much. It's so sweet. And she finished it with this beautiful red velvet fabric. And this is a piece that I will keep out year round. I will not put this away. Thank y'all so much for sending that to me. It really was very touching. Just look at how beautiful that is. If you have not watched their FlossTube, please go over and watch the Bougie Stitchers. I'll link their channel below. But they sent me this beautiful, beautiful, I want to say it's an ornament, but I'm not putting it on a tree. I'm leaving it out year round. So that they sent me these floss drops, and I'm assuming this is a picture of them. How adorable are they? And chili. This is Chug Water Chili Mix. It's a gourmet chili blend, and this looks amazing. I love chili, so definitely we'll be making that this winter. And that was what came in this box. So thank y'all so much, Jenny and Nancy. Y'all are so thoughtful and so sweet. And I cannot wait to meet you. I have a feeling we're going to have the best time. I received Valentine's Day cards. Thank you all so much for your Valentine's Day cards. I love them all. I got this Valentine's Day card. Here's another one. This is from Celeste. I felt so bad. I didn't send out Valentine's cards. This is from Judy. Thank you, Judy. And Judy also sent this to me. She said that this would be great on my shelves or somewhere in my stitching room for spring. And I love these pop-up cards. And she also sent me a bunny. So many sweet cards. And look at this card from Sue with oh, I'm so sorry, Cottage Rose Needleworks. So cute. This handmade card. And then, last but not least, from Susan, she is a viewer. She sent me some wonderful books, sampler books, and quilting books. And I love books. So these are so much fun. I cannot wait to go through these as well. So thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate that. So lots of goodies, lots of haul, and I need to get everything organized so that I can put them up. So one thing I wanted to share with you, I also got from Elaine with Annabella's. She has started designing cross-stitch patterns, and she sent us some cross-stitch patterns for a giveaway. And there are two of them. One is Home Sweet Home, and the other one is Spring is in the Air. And she sent 5 of each of these, so they're going to all be given away today. So let's go into our giveaways. So last time I had a giveaway was 2 weeks ago, and I asked y'all to share with me your favorite Valentine's treat or candy. So a lot of you have the same taste that I do. So exciting. But if I call your name, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com with your name, your address, and what you won so I can get them in the mail to you as soon as possible. And so here we go. Number one, this goes to Nora. Nora, I'm going to spell your last name. Verheyen. Verheyen. Nora Verheyen. Number 2 was the My Lady's Quaker. This goes to Carolyn Mitchell. Number 3 is French Country Butterfly from JBW Designs. This goes to Joanne Pacheco, Pacheco. Number 4 is French Country Umbrella. This goes to Jennifer Garrison. Number 5 is courtesy of Fat Quarter Shop. This is Farm Life. This goes to Genevieve Giella, Giella. And number 6 is also from Fat Quarter Shop, is the Vintage Housewife pattern and needle minder. This goes to Terry with an I, Liss Sherrilly, Lisscherelli. Number 7 is from Bonnie with the Nebby Needle. This goes to Danette, Danette Rose. And number 8, this is Lucinda Fraser, 1866. This goes to Jennifer Cape. So if you could please email me, I'll get those out to you as soon as possible. And now we have this week's giveaways. And what I thought would be fun this week to do, since I am the one who's always asking you questions, why don't you ask me a question? So here's how you enter my giveaway. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and answer the question below. Please be 18 years or older, because I have to ask you for your email, your address if you win, and I can't do that if you're under 18. So like the video, subscribe, and answer below with a question. Answer below with a question. So below, ask me a question. So if there's anything you want to know about me or about cross-stitching or just anything in general, I will randomly select some of the questions and read them next week in the next video. So just ask a question and we'll see how this works. I don't know, never done it before. I thought we would try it and see how it works. So here are the giveaways. So what you do, ask your question in your comment and list the number of the item you would like to be entered to win. So if it's number 1, do the number 1. If it's number 2, do the number 2. If it's all of them, just list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 giveaways. You can register to win all of them or one of them. Whatever you want to do, it's totally fine. So here we go. Number 1 is Jump Into Spring by Jeanette Douglas Designs. Very pretty design. This has a lot of specialty stitches in it. So Jeanette Douglas Designs. Number 2 is Lottie Da, Something Wicked. Thought that somebody would like to get started on some Halloween stitching. I love this pattern. Number 3 is from a viewer. This is from Sue Hillis Designs. This is Happy Stitching. And that is so cute. Number 4 is also from Bonnie, again with the Nebby Needle. This is Christmas Patriot. Santa dressed up in a patriotic coat. Also from Bonnie, the Nebby Needle, this is number 5. Life is Fragile. It says, Life is Fragile, Handle with Prayer. That's number 5. Number 6 is the Prairie Schooler. This is in the alphabet series. This is Y and Z. Yep, Y and Z. Sorry, I had to make sure that I was reading that right. Y and Z, Prairie Schooler. This is on their paper print, not the cardstock print. That is number 6. Number 7 is courtesy of Annabella's. She's starting to design patterns. 5 of you will have the opportunity to win this. So this is number 7. and I will select 5 winners for number 7. This is Home Sweet Home, number 7. Number 8, I will do the same, 5 winners. This is Spring is in the Air. That is number 8. And those are all of our giveaways for this week. So like the video, subscribe to my channel, ask me a question below in your comments, and I will select those questions and answer them in my next video. I do sometimes try to answer your questions in my comments. I always comment, but I try to answer the comments as they come along. I may do that still, but since every one of you will be asking me a question, I probably won't be able to do that for all of them, but I definitely will acknowledge or respond to your comment in some way or another. All of my contact information is linked below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page. It is a private group, so just answer the questions that are on there, so I know that you're a real person and not just someone trying to sell things. So I think one of the questions is, what is Annie's favorite color? That's blue. How did you hear about the page? You can say FlossTube, whatever you want to say, but just answer those questions below so I know you're a real live human. And I'm also on Instagram, The Proper Stitcher. I do have a blog. It is www.theproperstitcher.com. I keep saying I'm going to start making more posts, and I promise I will, but lately it's just been crazy. So crossing our fingers that everything goes well for the weekend, but we are looking forward to a long weekend. My children, with my daughter being in New York, she's been out of school Thursday and Friday, and my son was out of school on Friday. So they're also out Monday and Tuesday for their winter break. So we are going to get lots of stuff done around the house and hopefully get some stitching time in too. I hope you do too. I hope you get some stitching time in. I hope you stay warm, and I will see you, fingers crossed, on Thursday. If not, it'll be Friday. So definitely I'm shooting for Thursday. So until then, happy stitching. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.